guys, it's Kendra and Dustin, and we are back with the final episode of Lightkeeper. I know, it's kind of sad. We always hate to see a good one go, but I am also very excited to see the final ending, so.
The Lorekeeper.
The Lorekeeper. We have one left. It is the Lorekeeper. I'm excited to see what we learn from it. I hope more, given the trait. It sounds like it should give us more information, so fingers crossed. I'm also going to revisit, if you didn't see the previous episode, you probably should, but we're going to revisit the fish scene, just because I want to see if there's any other endings in regards to that.
You want to know what happens.
I want to know what happens if I do dodge. Do I become friends with the fish? Do I get eaten regardless? I don't know. So we're going to pop in there, and then we may or may not visit the true, well, is it true ending? Happy ending? True ending.
Yeah,
just
true.
to end on a good note. But that depends, I guess, on how I feel about the Lorekeeper End.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it'll be better. Maybe I'll be surprised. How can you be better than a true love's kiss? I don't know. But we'll find out. So, let's get into it. Into the ocean we go. Ocean, ocean. I guess it's an aquarium. The aquarium. Boop, boop, boop,
I don't know. It also seems like, do
Jump
you want to
in!
try to reach your hand in?
Oh, you think something will grab me? I mean, we can see.
Or she'll just be like, oh, the water's cold.
Yeah, she'll be like, oh. The water is cold. Freezing cold, like the depths of the ocean. Your hand flinches and retracts the moment it makes contact with the water. Can I go in still, or is she gonna be like, it's too cold? I can still go in! Okay, here we go!
I mean, it sounded like the crystal was at the bottom, so.
Yeah. I wonder how I get down to the bottom. Do I dive in? Jump! You were hesitant at first, but you saw the light of the crystal floating down within the depths of the tank. You had no choice. Gathering your courage, you plunged into the freezing water. Your body shriveled up on instinct once it collided with the bitterly cold water. Desperately, you tried to keep your mouth closed despite wanting to gasp in impulse. Your eyes adjusted to the darkness as you looked below you for the light of the crystal. There it is! Huh? Why does it feel like it's getting lighter down here? Looking up, you saw the source of the light you felt grow by the minute. A large beast swam before you, baring its teeth and slowly inching closer and closer. You cursed your decision-making internally, your survival instincts kicking in as you swam down and underneath the fish in an attempt to disorientate it. Okay. I don't know how long this is going to take me to try to get. Quick time events aren't my thing. Here goes nothing.
X,
yeah, I
Z.
moved my fingers. Okay. X, Z. X, Z. Up, down, boop, boop. Okay, here goes nothing. Yes!
Watch out, there might be more.
I know.
Since it's swimming.
Your swift movements were enough to temporarily confuse the gigantic creature, enabling you to grab a hold of the magic crystal. You kicked and pushed through the water faster than you've ever had before in order to make a clean escape back up towards the hatch. Oh, I did it! Emerging to the surface, you panically pulled yourself out of the hatch and onto the wooden floor. You kneeled over, emptying the water in your throat and lungs onto the hardwood floor. The shift in temperature between the freezing cold water and the lighthouse was enough to cause immense discomfort to your entire body. Is it like when you go outside and you play in the snow and then you come inside and suddenly it feels like your hands are burning? Have you ever had that happen? Yeah, it's not fun. Does that mean that my nerves are damaged when that happens? I've always wondered that.
It means you're, like, experiencing the first signs of hyperthermia.
Oh! Good to know! My childhood.
You're supposed to wear gloves.
I believe I do, but I honestly can't tell you.
You always had an aversion to gloves.
Because you can't hold things. Okay. Still, looking down at the gemstone in your hand, you felt a wave of relief wash over you. You got a crystal. I did it! Let's all take a moment of silence for me doing a quick time event correctly the first time. Yay! Okay, so I guess now we just go in, right?
Yep.
Sweet.
Into the mirror.
Into the mirror!
And we can ask about the divide.
I wonder if the mirror's gonna know. The mirror is a confusing creature. I'm a little, unsure of what it's supposed to be. Because it has powers, right? That's weird. But it's an enchanted mirror, so did Darcy, lock someone in a mirror? Or has that mirror always been enchanted? Is it like a portal to another creature in a different dimension?
And
Mirrors.
all the eyes that show up look a lot like Darcy's third eye.
Yeah. So I'm not quite sure what's going on there. And I would assume it has to be...
So is it maybe like a fragment of her soul?
Right. Or something. I mean, I don't know. Because I would assume they're friends if she has a whole room dedicated to it, right?
And someone had to be in there laughing.
Somebody had to be in there laughing. Somebody was getting along with it. It was that dark folk guy. They just gossip about Darcy. It's like, oh man, I hate my boss. Tell me about it. Okay, here we
I
go.
lost the boss's girlfriend.
Yeah.
Now she's all angry. Tell me about it. All she ever does is talk about how much she misses her.
Yeah, that's totally them. It's the break room. Okay.
Can you imagine how many times I've had to scry on her to show her images of her?
Scandalous.
Frankly, it's a little weird.
And that's when they would laugh. And that's what I heard. Okay. To your surprise, the door is now wide open. Hi. Looks like there's another room behind the closet. A hidden room? How curious. I mean, out of everything we've seen today, is it really the weirdest thing? We just got out of a giant aquarium with a anglerfish in it.
So honestly, I don't think the mirror would have issues spying on people.
No, not at all. Again, it's your toxic best friend who's stalking your crush for you through various social medias. And it's like, Jeremy, you don't need to do that, but tell me more. Alright, here we go. Oh wait, I have to push on the thing.
You always
I forgot.
forget. I don't think you've never not forgotten.
It's fine. I'm consistent. There's nothing wrong with that. Walking into yet another eerie room, you couldn't shake the feeling that you were being watched. You cautiously walked further into the room, looking back and forth for any sign of intelligent life. Nothing.
Child of light, you've strayed far from your land. Has the darkness become your salvation?
An eerie voice whispered right into your ear, as if it were hovering behind you. Startled, you turned around, but were met with nothing once more. Am I going mad? I must be.
The mirror's like, you know, this gig is better than my last gig, where she was like, oh, am I the fairest?
It's the same guy.
And it's like, she's only 7, my girl. Stop worrying about her being prettier than you.
You have a problem. I'm uncomfortable. Wait, am I going mad? I must be.
No, you're perfectly sane, little firefly.
You gasped, hearing the voice now whispering directly into your other ear. Unsurprisingly, nothing was to your other side. You looked around with a sense of cautious confusion as the voice spoke out to you once more.
Pray tell, what happens when an extension of such power as yourself strays far from the source it came from?
Are you speaking of the divine, right?
Yeah.
Tell me!
How observant. Yes, indeed, I am speaking of the divine. I can feel something about you. See something just out of reach in your mind. Come closer, child of light.
Now! Oh, I'm supposed to. Okay. You found yourself strangely drawn to the mirror in the middle of the room. Taking cautious step after another, you heard the familiar whisper once more.
Good, now I can see you better. Ask for the crystal again?
Can I have the crystal, please? Should I read this?
Yeah.
Well, I simply need to take things one step at a time. Ensuring my safety should be priority as of now. Would you be so kind as to let me use the crystal now? You reached your hand up near the top of the mirror, waiting for a response.
Yes, I suppose you've proven yourself worthy. Very well, you may take it.
You smiled, gently prying the beautiful gem from the frame of the mirror. You got a crystal. Sweet!
Now click the lockbox.
This one?
Yeah.
Wow. The numbers!
Yeah.
I totally forgot about those. It was 0, 3, and 24?
Yeah.
Ah.
I think the 24 should be first.
A small box sat on the shelf. You recognize the lock on it. It's a number lock. Back in Lumien, most people used boxes like this to keep important keepsakes safe. Just what could be so important to the Lightkeeper that she would put it in a box like this? You felt your curiosity grow. Put in the number combination! Do I have to get it right?
I would imagine.
Is it, you think 2403?
We got the 24 first, so I would imagine. I mean, I'm guessing if we get it wrong, because we have all the deaths,
Three,
so
like
we
this?
would be able to put it in.
2403. Let's try it. Ha! The combination seemed to be correct. The box opened. Inside was a small hand mirror that you instantly took out. There was clearly something magical about it, but you weren't well versed through this type of enchantment to tell what it was. Excuse me, may I ask you about something I found? Is this like Beauty and the Beast? He has a magic mirror that lets him see Belle.
I am at your disposal, little firefly. What is on your mind?
You held out the small object on the mirror to... Wait. You held out the small object for the mirror to observe. This mirror, I can tell it has some sort of magic infused inside of it, but I can't decipher what exactly that magic is. Both mirrors started to glow subtly in a pulsating motion as the hand mirror levitated out of your hands and floated in front of your face.
Ah, yes, this mirror. I am aware of it. This is a memory mirror, just like myself.
Like the thing in Dumbledore's office?
However, this one was only made to store one memory in particular. So it's like a videotape.
A single use.
Home movies.
Yeah. Yeah. Huh?
Gonna submit it to America's Funniest Home Videos.
I don't know if that's gonna be. I don't know what the content is, but I don't necessarily know if it'd do well on there.
I don't think it's gonna be funny.
No, I don't think so. One memory is stored on that? Whose memory is it? Is it mine? Could you show me, please?
I called it. We're gonna get, like, the meeting or whatever.
A few moments of silence fell across the room. You heard that oh so familiar, mischievous chuckle right in your ear once more. Nice.
As you wish, Your Highness.
He is stirring the pot. Toxic! A familiar feeling flooded your mind like a wave came crashing down on you, encapsulating your entire being. The mirror showed you a scene. You saw a castle shrouded in light, elegant decor, then a draconic child being held within the depths of it below. Wait, like in the frickin' dungeon?
Sounds like it.
What the heck? A smaller voice rang in your ears. Your thoughts became clouded and drowned out. These must be the thoughts of the person's memory. You stupid chains! I wish I could burn this place to the ground! You heard the sound of metal clanging together. The young one appeared to be gnawing away at her restraints in a frustrated attempt to break free. After proving unsuccessful, she slumped down on the floor with a loud groan. Let me out of here! The tiny dragon banged on the side of the wall with her fists, immediately recoiling and shouting with pain. No! Stupid walls, stupid castle, stupid kingdom! I hate it here. I want to go back to my cave. It was nice and dark there and surrounded by my treasure. Wait. The dragon child's wings flared up, flapping in panicked or agitated manner. My treasure! Classic dragon. Dang it. They confiscated it all when they took me. Those bastards. A familiar voice interrupted her thoughts. Your treasure? You saw her rapidly turn her head to glare in the direction of the new voice, flapping her wings in an intimidating way. Or, well, as intimidating as someone of her size could be. She's fun-sized. She's a little child. What do you want? Leave me alone. You already took everything from me. Looking over, she was talking to, you saw, yourself. Oh, freaking adorable. Classic. Childhood enemies turned lovers. Book Talk would eat this up. Or rather, you from a long, long time ago. You were clutching a gold ring in your hand, embellished with a green jewel of sorts. You watched your younger self walk over to the prisoner, shutting the door behind you with a click. Is this part of your treasure? My ring! Why does she have my ring? That's mine! Give it back, you little vermin! The small dragon lunged to grab the ring from the princess's hand, but the chains restrained her from doing so. Your younger self nervously looked at her, placing the ring down on the floor and sliding it over to her. Huh? She's giving it back to me? She cautiously reached out, grabbing the ring and holding it close to her chest.
I was also right about the bows.
Protectively. Is that why she put bows in my hair?
She put her hair up like when you first met.
Well, that's kind of cute. Is it creepy? Is it cute? It's up to you. Why are you helping me? The guards said you stole this, but I don't believe them. You look no older than I am. My name is Elizabelle. It's been a minute. I haven't had to pronounce it. I'm not really supposed to be here, but it's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Darcy. A smile formed on your past self's lips. Darcy, that's a lovely name. Thanks. She's actually rather nice. So, can you get me out of here? I'm afraid I cannot. Those chains are influenced with my father's magic. It would take a skilled magic user to undo such a thing. Darcy groaned again. I'm gonna die alone down here. Don't say that. You didn't do anything to deserve being put down here. I swear I'll try to convince my father to let you go. You sat down in front of the mirror displaying the scene before you. You thought it would have ended at the one memory, but were surprised to see more and more play one after another. You smiled fondly, remembering your old friend. Every now and then, her internal thoughts would surround your mind, making you chuckle. You remembered Darcy. How could you ever forget her? Your father had ordered for her capture after finding her alone in a cave. Something about that never sat right to you. In Lumien, dragonfolk were often regarded as chaotic, dangerous beings. It wasn't out of the ordinary for the soldiers to capture one on sight. However, even as a child, you didn't believe that to be true. Not one bit. You never had much company around your age. When you heard of the dragon girl they captured, part of you didn't even care if she was guilty of a crime or not. You just wanted to meet her. You lost track of time as you recounted your past with Darcy. Ellie? What are you doing? Cut that out, damn it, you're going to get in trouble! You noticed your younger self holding a book of spells taken directly from the King of Lumien. Chanting the words faintly, you didn't stop for anything, even with Darcy's protesting. The chains holding your friend dissolved into specks and sparkles of bright light until the chains became no more. She looked down where her restraints used to be with a baffled expression. You really did it? She saved me? But she stole from her father's to do so. Who knows what he'll do? Hurry, you have to get out of here before they find you. Oh, wait. Come with me. I can protect you, I swear it. I can't. I have people here who rely on me. One day I'll roll over Lumien myself, and I'll make it a safe place for you and your people. That I promise you. Ellie, no. Your younger self held something in her hand, placing it into Darcy's with care. You recognized the small bows. They were the same ones you were currently wearing in your hair. Ah! Please, just don't forget me. You frowned once you heard a familiar noise, your father calling out your name from the floor above. You must go quickly. I'll come back for you. I promise, Ellie, I won't stop until I become powerful enough to find you again. So much for running. Ellie, your smile is bright enough to fill up the darkest corners of the world with sunlight. You are my salvation in that prison. When I look into your eyes, I won't feel like that's... Wait, is this supposed to be the grown-up version?
I don't know.
Okay. When I look into your eyes, I don't feel like the scared child I was, but the woman I must become to keep you by my side. I want to let these selfish desires overtake both of our spirits. I'd lay the world to fire and ash just to keep you smiling. That's cute.
No,
that's toxic. I promise I'll come back for you. You stood up from your spot, watching on the floor, gently stroking the image of Darcy in the mirror before it faded away completely, leaving you alone to look at your reflection. Ellie? Turning around, you recognized your old friend, only older and more powerful. This Lightkeeper. You had your suspicion it could be Darcy before. Now you were more certain than anything.
Thorn.
I was doing so well. You weren't sure how long she had been standing there watching you, but by judging her expression, she appeared like she had been wanting to say something for a long time.
Watching you, watching her, watching you.
Watching you, watching me. I think there's a song. You smiled. You came back for me. I promised I would. Ending Lorekeeper. Ah, that's what was cute! Yay! Alright. As promised, here we go. We put in the crystals and look who showed up. You fool! What do you think you're doing? She yelled over the sounds of the crystals, yanking your arm to pull you backwards, away from the mechanism. You stumbled to the ground. You're trying to go back? Do you have a death wish? Fine. If you don't want to stay here, then I'll just have to make you stay. Wait! You crashed to the floor with a thud. The Lightkeeper's grip on your arm only got tighter each passing moment. You snatched the cold mask from the Lightkeeper's face, disorientating her enough to weave your way out from underneath her. She looked completely bewildered and a tad flustered. Nothing like the fearsome woman that you had seen minutes prior. Darcy, listen to me! You remember me? Darcy called out over the sounds of the magical mechanisms getting louder and louder. You turned around, frantically pushing the crystals down into the sockets with more force. All around you, green beams of light twisted and contorted, forming geometric patterns that shielded the surrounding lighthouse. Once the shield went up, the whirling calmed down. Dang it, I keep putting an L! It's whirling. And everything came of a standstill. Relaxed with a deep breath escaping your lips. You turned the security on? I thought, surely you were trying to escape, weren't you? She took a few steps closer to you, speaking in a noticeably softer voice. Why in the Divine's name would I do that? Well, I did kidnap you. I certainly didn't expect you to remember me either. Oh, Darcy. How could I ever forget the dragon who made my youth less lonely? You let out a light-hearted laugh. Truth be told, you felt like you were able to properly breathe for the first time since being captured here. There had always been tales of dragon folk and princesses being at odds with each other, but for Darcy and yourself, the opposite was true. All those days sneaking off to meet you, I had never forgotten it. Not in a million years. After you left, I never thought I'd see you properly again, especially with our divulging reputations. How could I just leave you there after hearing what those despicable people had planned to do to you? Just thinking about it makes my blood boil. Well, thank you. The magic here should protect us from outsiders for the time being. I'm sorry for chaining you up, Ellie. This lighthouse isn't exactly the safest place to be. I promise, my princess, I'll make it up to you. Nothing will ever hurt you again. You felt a familiar cold hand caress your cheek gently. Any semblance of anger in Darcy was replaced by something much softer. Something much more loving. Oh. You had been with Darcy for a couple of months now. The lighthouse was keeping you both safe inside, although you had been making plans to attempt to go further out past the sea. Are you almost ready, my princess? Darcy called out to you, standing off to the side a bit awkwardly with her wings covering her face. You finished putting on your dress, adjusting your hair accessories ever so slightly. I think so. Just one more thing and... Okay, you can look now. The dragon turned around, her wings falling back behind her as she smiled at you. Are we getting married?
Maybe?
Are we getting married? My darling, you look just as beautiful as I had always remembered you. I'm glad that we were able to steal that dress back for you. You felt Darcy gently pull your face closer to hers, pressing her lips against yours. The feeling always gave you a spark. Like an electric current shocked your entire body the second your lips connected, only to melt away into the happiest of feelings imaginable. You smiled as you pulled away from Darcy. Truthfully, you are much too kind. I give you my thanks for retrieving so many of my things. You looked down with an even sadder smile, thinking back on everything you had to leave behind at home. All the people you loved, all the possessions you had cherished. It really is no problem, I assure you. One day I'll take Lumien back from its horrid rulers and we will become the new ones in their stead. No matter how terrifying the lighthouse.
No more
terrifying the lighthouse. No more dark.
No more terrifying lighthouse.
Thank you.
You keep adding extra words.
No more terrifying lighthouse. No more darkness. No more pain or suffering for you or for anyone undeserving. Anything and everything you could ever want will be at your fingertips. This sounds like a vow. Does this not sound like a vow? We're getting married. I think they're married.
I know. Are they at the altar? Because it's bad luck to see the bride before the altar.
If you did... Oh, you're not supposed to... I don't know how that works. You looked back at the Lightkeeper, who was holding you as if you were the most precious thing in this world. I think I already have everything I could ever want here with you. True End. See, that just felt so much more, right? Right, everyone? Now that we know their story and the stuff. Yeah, that was nice. That was better. Thank you for playing. You're welcome. Yay! And that is the end of the Lightkeeper. How do we feel?
I was a little surprised the Lorekeeper ending didn't lead into, something similar to the true ending.
Like something... Oh, you mean like more romantic? Or you mean like more plans for the future?
Like at the end, into something similar to the true ending.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, we got more lore, but it was
running into each other and being like, oh, Darcy and Ellie.
Right. Every time I hear Darcy, have you ever seen Pride and Prejudice?
No.
Mr. Darcy is the name in there, so I was kind of picture Mr. Darcy. Yeah, I mean, I liked it because I feel like clearly our dad probably was in on the fact that we were being sacrificed from the sounds of how terrible as a person he was, because he was totally fine kidnapping kids. I mean, I'm not 100% sure because it didn't specifically say that he was there or anything like that, but kind of sounds like he's not a good guy.
Well, I mean, there's always the learned behavior sort of situation.
Right.
Because they said they always capture dragons.
Yeah.
And so.
Yeah. I just wish there was maybe a little more lore specifically targeting what was going on with Darcy or with Ellie, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Just again, I'm still not 100% sure. Was it a coup? Was it my dad? What happened there? I feel like that was just kind of weird.
I don't know. It sounded like something really bad was happening to the kingdom.
Yeah.
And they thought, the solution is to sacrifice the princess.
Yeah. See, that part, I kind of wish we would have gotten some more information about.
At least that's, what the public-facing thing is.
Yeah.
Whether or not that's the private-facing thing is another question.
Which, I feel like could have been worked into that that way of storytelling, like maybe Darcy hearing the guards talk about things or something. But regardless,
well, I mean, the guards wouldn't be in on
I don't
a
know,
private-facing
I don't
manner.
know. Somehow, though, you could probably incorporate it. If you could hear the footsteps above, maybe you could
if
hear...
something's going on that the public is like, oh, yes, this seems like a viable solution.
Mm-hmm. Well, maybe she could have escaped differently. I don't know.
Is there a plague? Is there a famine? Is there drought?
Well, they keep getting invaded. They said that. I don't know, but it was still good. Don't get me wrong. It was still good.
What's the bad situation that sacrificing the princess is supposed to solve?
Right. It was still very, very good. Just want to make that clear. It's just we are very plot-heavy people in love lore, so we're like, give me more information. But yeah, no, I liked it. I liked it a lot. I feel like we got the best trait ending at the end, which I really liked. Like, I feel like that was, like, a step down from the true ending, which I really liked, kind of getting that last, you know, compared to all the different trade endings. So, yeah, I don't know. It was a great game. It was a great game. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. That is the end for the Lightkeeper. If you haven't already, I would highly recommend you playing it for yourself. 'Tis a fun game. Let me know what you guys thought. Which one was your favorite ending? Did you favor one of the traits? Was it the true ending? Maybe you were like, I like all the deaths. I don't know. But feel free to drop it in the comments down below. I'd love to hear from you guys. And of course, since we're at an end, if you have any other games that you would like us to check out, maybe recommendations.
I mean, the fish death was a little...
fun?
Well,
weird?
It didn't have, like, a picture like the other two. You know,
Yeah.
like us in the fish's mouth.
Yeah.
Or, you know,
blood in the water or something.
You know,
yeah.
The other ones were very graphic.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That is true. Yeah, that one you had to blur the thumbnail. But, yeah, feel free to, you know, drop it in the comments down below. What's your favorite ending? Do you have any recommendations you want us to check out? Whatever. You could also come and talk to us live. We stream on Twitch every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Not this specific game. If you're curious as to what we're working on, whenever you see this, we upload all of our VODs over to our YouTube channel. So you can always, you know, check out what we're working on before coming to a live stream, or you can just stay on our YouTube channel. That's totally fine too. Like I said, drop it in the comments. We try to reply to pretty much everyone, so we will see it. If you like this specific style of game, or maybe even just the game creator, we do have an entire playlist of their other games that we have played. Check it out. They're great. Very similar, very spooky, but like cute, but like creepy.
Are you avoiding saying SmileStrawberry because you always say it wrong?
No.
I just said it wrong.
I just felt like it was
SmileStrawbunny.
I thought that it was quicker to say it that way. But yes, if you like SmileStrawbunny, we have an entire playlist. But a lot of their games that we have are similar in this kind of style because I quite like them and Dustin quite like. They're very entertaining. So feel free to look around, check them out. If you want a sneak peek of the various games. Yes, very adorable. If you want a sneak peek of the various games we have available, you can always go to our TikTok, our YouTube Shorts, or our Instagram Reels. I think that's it. Yeah. Kind of sad to see it go. I like this one.
We've been talking for a while.
I know. So anyway, like, comment, subscribe, share, do whatever you feel like doing. I will appreciate it. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.